a Mama's cheesesteak over in Bala Cynwyd, and you find a better cheesesteak than that, tell me about it, because I've been living here for 35 years, and believe me, I've tried them all. And there's none better than Mama's, and there's nothing better than Reed's, period. That's all there is to it. But if you can find something that's better, you let me know. So anyway, so you got into the ice cream.
I think what sounds odd to people like me who are virgin ginger brewers is the fact of, you think ginger as a spice used in Thai food, Chinese food, more Oriental type products.
Yeah.
And you don't associate it generally with ice cream, for instance.
Yeah.
You think the two would not be, mixing like peanut butter and jelly or something. And so, what is the flavor that the ginger puts off? That's
a good question. What about that, Chris? How do you address that?
Well, first of all, we do make a peanut butter ginger chew, and it sounds so wrong. It sounds wrong, and it is the best candy we make.
Really?
Have you ever had it, Mark?
Is it the biggest selling?
Absolutely.
Really?
Peanut butter ginger chews are just to die for. They're amazing, and when I heard that, I was like, "This is not going to work."
Boy, is it your idea?
No, it actually wasn't. It wasn't. It was the manufacturer in Indonesia who makes the ginger chews. Said, "Oh, by the way, for our country, we make a peanut butter one." I said, "Well, you've been making our ginger chews for years, so why don't we, taste it?" And
right.
Yeah, it sells about 2 or 3 to 1 to the main ginger chew, which is the plain ginger chew.
Really? I got to talk to Trader Joe's, because the Trader Joe's near me does not carry that. I'm going to have to talk to them about that.
Well, I'm kind of offended that Chris didn't bring all of this stuff to the studio tonight so we could all enjoy it.
Yeah, what about that, Chris?
All right. Now, what are the chances you guys are all geographically in the same place?
Actually, I'm quite offended because I'm the producer and I deserve it. So
exactly. Yeah. Poor Daniel sitting over there sitting
here in the UK.
Yeah.
You really would be upset with me, because right now I'm sitting here eating orange ginger chews and chocolate covered ginger candy. So.
Well, I hate you, and you're never coming back on my radio station.
He says that all the time, Chris. Don't worry about it.
Back to my original question is, what flavor does the ginger put out? Because again, you talk about a combination of flavors. Mm-hmm. It only makes it sound worse.
Okay, but if I said to you, if you had never had cinnamon before, and I said, okay, well, we're making stuff with cinnamon, how do you describe a flavor? Or if you were blind or colorblind, I said, oh, it's blue, and you go, blue? Yeah. What is that?
Well, my premise was, I said I kind of associate the flavor of ginger with more of like Oriental foods or Thai foods. Mm-hmm. That's where my ginger, palate. That's where my palate goes to when I think of ginger flavored food.
Now, if you were to take a ginger snap, a good ginger cookie, and dip it into your milk and get it moist, you ever dip your cookies in? Ginger snaps are great dipped in milk.
Absolutely.
The better dipped in coffee, I'm sorry. But,
all right.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you on that one, Daniel.
Oh, they're pretty good in milk, too. Ice cold milk.
No. They don't go soft in milk. They go instantly soft in coffee.
Okay, now...
so the ginger snap cookie is, that's in my mind. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, just dipped in the milk, you get it moist, and then chew on it. That's not even fair.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's the closest you're going to get, though, because you really have to try the product.
And I tell you, we have 3 ginger ice creams. We have a green tea ginger ice cream, and there was a famous food critic who's an ice cream expert, and he took the top ice creams in the world, and the green tea ginger was number 5.
Wow.
And the Ben and Jerry showed up. The first flavor was probably about number 25. The first Haagen-Dazs was about 22. And the people who won were like this restaurant in Manhattan that was making a French creme brulee, blueberry by hand ice cream. So,
good grief.
But it sounds wrong. Green tea ginger ice cream. Who the heck does it? But you're talking about a world that's gone foodie. Right now it's almost tame.
Right.
Yeah. They want ink from the squid or something in there.
Who carries your products? Only Trader Joe's? Is that what you were saying?
No.
No, it's mostly Trader Joe's only carries 2 items of ours: the ginger brew and the Virgil's root beer. The Whole Foods of the world.
Darn them.
Yeah, carries the whole thing.
Well, they only sell their products at a small number of stores, about 10,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can find the store closest to you by going to their website and going to the store locator and typing in your zip code, and it will take you right to the stores that are in your area.
That's right. I've steered a lot of. As a matter of fact, Steve is how I.
In my area, that'll be good. Yeah, in my area, right. Right.
Yes. Well.
Yeah, in the boondocks. Yeah, you're really going to get a lot, aren't you, Connie, in the boondocks?
I go to the Cactus, make a left, and keep going until you see 28 St. Bernards in a swimming pool, and you're there.
You got it.
Okay, so you're in Arizona, right?
I am.
What city?
There's no city.
Well, any of the major cities that have a health food store or a Whole Foods type outfit. I know AJ's and Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and Sprouts and.
Now, Chris, that brings up a question. Daniel was actually, musing over with us. I mean, do you export it anywhere?
We do well in South Africa. We're 9 shekels in the convenience stores in Israel.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about the UK, for God's sake?
In Canada.
Canada, we have a lot of business. Which coast are you on, or where?
I'm in Alberta.
Alberta.
Yeah,
you have natural food stores. Any natural food store in Alberta will have our product.
Oh, there you go.
Now we're selling it in England through a Jamaican kind of Rastafarian distributor who ended up stealing a truckload of our ginger brew.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Them thought it was cannabis.
Now listen, when that just came to the boardroom, did you guys laugh or go, "Oh my God"?
Well, I'm sure we were upset at the time.
Right.
But we refused to sell to England anymore.
Oh, really?
He was probably stoned out of his mind and got in the wrong truck. For God's sake.
All right. Well, now, Chris, you also have what else is your product line? You also have
look, Chris. It's dead simple. Get it into Wally World, and Asda will get it in England.
We may be there, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, it's worth looking into.
We were supposed to be going into...
I've never seen it in Asda, and Asda is owned by Walmart.
We do a lot of business with Tesco, though.
Seriously?
Yeah, all the fresh and easy in the U.S.
Tesco, South Africa. I've never seen it in our Tesco's, though.
No, not yet.
And I promise you, I have been looking out for it when I've been to a supermarket.
Well, you keep looking, mate. It's going to turn up eventually. Yeah, you got to try this, folks. I'm telling you, Chris. What other products?
Chris, try Morrison's. Seriously, try Morrison's. I mean, try Sainsbury's.
Do you know what he's talking about, Chris? Because I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm actually writing it down.
Those are the chains.
Big supermarket chains here. Morrison's isn't the biggest, but it is one of the biggest, and it really is huge. Mm-hmm. Sainsbury's is the biggest. And then, of course, Tesco is the second biggest in this country. Then you've got Morrison's. Then you've got Asda, which is the third biggest. Then you've got Morrison's. And then you've got all the, stupid little branches of, you've got the Co-op, Summerfield, and all that sort of stuff.
All right. You don't mind if we do this offline and I get the whole list?
I'll give you the head office addresses, for God's sake.
All right. Thanks.
So, Chris, now you do have other products. I mean, I've noticed you've got this butterscotch. What is that? A butterscotch soda? What is that?
All right. Well, Warner Movies sent us a cease and desist on that one. But basically, mythically, the best-known non-existent soda in the history of the world is...
What?
Is the stuff Harry Potter drinks.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so every kid knows about butterbeer.
Really?
And they decided to create it for Harry Potter World Universal in Orlando.
Okay.
And if you want to stand in a line for about a year, you can spend $10 and get a taste of what Harry Potter drinks.
You're kidding.
So anyway, without telling too much, getting us in trouble, we've managed to copy the flavor of that.
Right.
But we did it naturally. We actually blended the sugar with stevia so that we reduced the calories, so it tastes really sweet. So a kid will think it's amazing, but mom will look at it and go, "Oh, I'm not killing my kid and giving them diabetes before they're 10." Right. So we have this butter beer. We did trademark that, and within a week we were told to cease and desist. So it's butterscotch beer now, and under the Flying Cauldron. And we're really not sure how far. First of all, we put it out for Halloween. It was just kind of for fun. We had big plans. Maybe Walmart would be doing a huge Harry Potter thing at the end of the year, and we'd be sold alongside all their DVDs. That didn't happen. But we have not been able to turn it off because you may not realize this. There are 300 Quidditch teams in America.
Say that again?
There are 300 Quidditch teams in America.
Really?
Do you know what the hell that is?
I have no idea.
You mean cribbage?
No, Quidditch.
No, Quidditch. Is that from
the game? It's the game they played on Harry Potter, isn't it?
Yes. The one on broomsticks that they fly around and fly and catch the golden snitch and have blodgers and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I was on a meditation course at USC about a month ago, and when the campus is asleep and hungover on Sunday morning before noon, I'm walking along in my silence because I'm in a silence retreat, and I come around a corner, and there's 60 people, look like deer in the headlights, and they're like, "Oh my God, a live person's watching this." And I look, and they have broomsticks between their legs. They're not flying worth a damn.
Obviously.
They are running around doing crazy stuff, and they got these rings just like the Harry Potter rings, and I'm like, my God, they're playing Quidditch.
No. That's called getting stoned.
They're not stoned. They're nerds.
I actually have seen this on the news, on several of the local news shows, with people playing it. They have leagues. It's unbelievable.
I had no idea.
Yep.
It's growing 100% a year right now.
Really?
Oh my.
It's not like the movies ended and Harry Potter went away. We're done with it. These people love Quidditch. We are actually working to sponsor the Quidditch teams. We just went to a huge event with our stuff. There is a conference in Chicago in October where every Harry Potter fan shows up. We're talking to them about, having the butter beer there, the whole thing.
Really?
Wow.
And now, is this like through the Boys and Girls Clubs? Are these college campuses only? Are these intramural sports? I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, what is this?
The average age is 35.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's not. It's kids in college.
I was going to say, those poor children, the children of those 35-year-old people are going, "Oh, dear God, the kids are going to bully me. Oh, my God."
To all the kids that are listening to Loving, Caring, Sharing, don't grow up like these people. Get a life, please. Unbelievable. Yeah.
Well, and just drink Reed's ginger brew.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah. So, Chris, you've had some.
And you can find it at reedsinc.com.
Yes, right. Exactly. Go to reedsinc.com. And Chris, what you were talking about this chocolate-covered ginger candy? I've had the ginger candy for years and loved it. What's the chocolate ginger candy? Tell me, please.
Well, Europeans are really into the crystallized ginger, where you take the baby ginger and pickle it.
Indeed. Oh.
Yeah, and they like to dip it in.
I'm not European. I'm a Brit.
Yeah, so they like to dip it in chocolate sometimes.
Okay, right.
I think that's maybe Northern European more, where they do it. But anyway, we've taken an unsweetened dark chocolate and just dipped the crystallized ginger into it. We didn't do a whole lot of development. I mean, everybody just seems to be eating too much of it. I have a big bag in front of me. It seems to keep fueling up this interview.
I can't get it here, but it sounds better than sex.
Yeah, well, actually, it's
so
really
you
good
hear, right?
with sex.